I'm guessing time to start recording that. So that's what that was, the password you're typing in. All the ladies down at Columbia and Hunter University think they're so smart using those computer-generated passwords. It's really just a traditional thing. Maybe the original one came from like a computer or something. But it's got for generations now. People, like a whole bunch of ladies, just like pen roof 104 or ceiling ENK10Z roof floor or something. It's always something like that. And no, there's no way, no way I'm living without you. And I dare say you're gonna love me. You're gonna love me. You're gonna maybe harbor some feelings of amicability for me. And no, Logan has Locas. Ooh, yeah. How old are you, Don Leona? I am 73. Don Leona used to be a singer. That's what you were talking about before you turned this on. Yes, he was a singer, a performer. Yeah. And this does not know how much longer he will be alive. Yeah, that's true. And this was preferring to record some of your singing and some of your stories. Perhaps some of the more humorous ones. Yeah, okay. I don't mind that. Where did you want to start? I didn't even know this guy could talk until just a little while ago. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, the Little Shop of Horrors. Oh man. No, wait. So I'm gonna be you're gonna be what's her face? Audrey. Okay, and I'm gonna be Audrey too. Wait. Am I? Come on, man. You're ruining it. Okay, let me just make sure my arm is situated here properly. Okay, go. It's Seymour! No, it's me! Do 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 do. Bring. Am I dreaming? No. And you waiting. Okay, let me just make sure my arm is situated here. Okay, go. It's Seymour! No, it's me! Do 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 do. Bring. Am I dreaming? No, you ain't in Kansas neither. Look at my branches. I'm dried up. I'm a goner, honey. Do 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 do. Come on and get me a drink. I don't know if I should. Hey, little lady, be nice. Do you talk to Seymour like this? Sure do, I'll set you straight. Well, you leave sure do look dry. Don't need no glass and no ice. Here we go. Hey, boy, would you look at the time? Ooh, I think it's supper time. I forgot the rest of that song. Oh, there's that other one. Come on! I'll swear on all my spores. When he's gone, the world shall be yours. Yours! Yeah, yeah, yeah. And, cause I'm a mean green, I'm a mean brown, red hair mama from outer space. And I'm mean and green. I'm a mean green mama from out this world. So stay out my way, get out my face. Cause I'm mean and green. And I am bad. Hey. Oh, I know another one we could do. There's gotta be some kind of better solution to this problem. Do I look like they, what did you say it was called? The Audrey 2. Do I look like that from here? I'm Groot. Yeah. You better wait a minute. Aw, you better hold the phone. You better mind your manners, because you can't see the bottom of me from up there. But what did you call it again? The Audrey 2. The Audrey 2? Why did they name it that? I want to see this movie now. Oh, what did they... Oh, he didn't sing that. It was being sung about him. No, wait, that was another song. The, I've given you grow lights and mineral supplements. What do you want from me? What? I guess you're not happy, lest I open a vein. Oh, how I beseech thee, Bagadito. Oh, please, oh, please, grow for me. I've given you levels of moisture from desert to mud. I've given you grow lights and mineral supplements. What do you want from me? What? No peanuts? What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop doing it. Gosh. Which key is it? And then you gotta... Then it's like, lighten up! Always making her around and always talking so tough. And then it's like... And then there's this part. It's a part... with the and then this part like it's by the window. It's like, oh, if you look around, you'll see that lots of people deserve to die. And then it's like he shuts my mouth, and then you say, I forgot. They're by the window, and he says a lot of people deserve to die. Wait, there's more, though. Take a great big look around. You'll find that a lot of people deserve to die. Okay. Right, okay. Suddenly see more. Suddenly see more. That's disturbingly... Just take one great big look around. You'll see a lot of people deserve to die. Hey, wait a minute. That's not very nice. Well, it's true. Isn't it? No! I don't know anyone who deserves to be chopped up and fed to a hungry plant. Sure you do. And he turns perpendicular. He turns, and then you see the guy across the way. He's like, get the Vitalis! Get the Vitalis! Okay, do it. You gotta do it now. We're out of it! Oh, come on. You can do better than that. We're out of it! Alright, never mind. And then take one great big look around. It isn't very hard to see. No. Stop and think it over, pal. The guy sure looks like plant food to me. The guy sure looks like plant food to me. The guy sure looks like plant food to me. Oh, yeah. Okay, you gotta go now. Don 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 don. Take one great big look around. It isn't very hard to see. No. Take top and think it over, pal. The guy sure looks like plant food to me. The guy sure looks like plant food to me. The guy sure looks like plant food to me. Oh no! Always nasty and treating her up. You're always smacking her around and always talking so tough. You need blood and he's got more than enough. You need blood and he's got more than enough. You need blood and he's got more than enough. Ooh, yeah. This song doesn't really have any lyrics though. You came along just like a song, brightened my day. Who would have thought it would be just as a dream? Chartreusing into the sky, stinnering static like broadcast waves in my head 'cause of my Alka-Seltzer brain. Alcohol-induced brain damage. Because I can't smile without you, doo-doo. Can't smile without you. And I can't laugh, and I can't sing. I'm finding it hard to do anything anything because I feel glad when you're glad, and I feel sad when you're sad. If only you knew what I'm going through. What can I say? I just can't smile without you. You came along just like a song and brightened my day. Who would have thought it would be just like a dream, shooting for truths in the sky and stinner and static in my brain because of the long history of alcohol-induced brain damage I call Alka-Seltzer brain. Because I can't smile without you, can't smile without you, and I can't laugh, and I can't sing. I'm finding it hard to do anything because I feel glad when you're glad. Wait, that's not right. I know my shiny teeth and me. Is this also, this is from Danny Phantom, apparently. And I'm gonna sing it. See if I can do it. Yeah, oh, yeah, it was September. Wind blows, the dead leaves fall. Oh, and to you I did surrender. 2 weeks you didn't call, right? Yes. And what comes afterward? But you will or should, is it will or should? You should not doubt me. You will, should not ever, wait, how does it go? And you should, maybe, you will remember her name. It's not my name, it's somebody else's name. Oh, Amber, you will remember. You will remember her name. Get it? It's not my name. You rock my world. Oh, you rock my world. You should have known the Richter scale is not a metronome. You rock my world. Oh, you rock my world. You should have known the Richter scale was not a metronome. I feel the light, and the thunder. I fight all the wrongs, but the waves, they pull me under. Something's catching up to me. Could it be the glower of eternity? Once bitten, ooh, you won't feel no pain. Once you will be mine forever. Yeah, won't feel no pain, boy. Don't. Feel the light, feel the light, and the thunder. I fight all the wrongs, but the waves, they pull me under. And something's catching up to me. Could it be the glower of eternity? Once bitten, ooh, you won't feel no pain. Once bitten. I once went to a Chattanooga flippity-gibbet exhibit. Her bodily measurements are somehow equal to those of the criteria used to evaluate for parabola. She's got a figure that's bound to get attention. She's built, oh, she's stacked in Uber triangular dimensions. Oh yeah, she's a bad mamma jamma. In 4 dimensions, tetrahedral, and I mean, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. If you hear me calling, I'll be there. And wait, you should do this part. It's It's a illegrizza. It's a new day. Boom, 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 boom. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. Don, river running free, you know how I feel. There's a blossom on the tree, and you know how I feel. It's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life for me. Yeah, and is that Nina Simone who sang that? And you keep on burning, yeah, and you keep on learning, oh, and no matter what happens, don't stop trucking, even though the boss ain't down, won't stop it, you have nothing. Ooh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Were you ever a vaudevillian singer?
I wouldn't say I was a vaudevillian. I mean, it was in the 40s. It was technically the 40s.
When was it?
1949. It was I wasn't just a singer in the 1940s. I'm still singing now. It depends on how you define singer. I was paid to sing in the 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, and then I kind of stopped after I went to prison. Kind of. Only kind of. Prison is like the chemotherapy of talent. Once you go there, you're not going to be 100% of what you were. But I'm still mostly here, but certainly not enough to dance. Not enough to dance. The city boy, born and raised in South Chicago. Is that right? Yeah! Hey, you have a piano here? Not that I could play it. Roll, boy! We're gonna jump for joy. Going to the chapel and we're going to get married. Going to the chapel and we're going to get married. Tenderoni, you've got to be sugar fly or something with me.
Do you have any enemies?
Well, I mean, I don't look at things like that. In this world, there isn't any meaning other than that what you give it. So, for better or for worse, what that means is that we are our own salvation and our own suffering, our own joy, our own turmoil, our own worst enemies, and our own nightmares. I mean, when you asked me earlier, what do I hate? That's why I kind of just because there's nothing and no one in this entire omniverse that is more worthy of my contempt than myself. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Ah! Okay. Alright, the Jamaica train. What are you talking about? You got people watching. I mean, well, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
When you claimed that you boarded a train that transported you to a place that emulated an ancient Mesopotamian village.
Oh, okay. I remember. Okay, the train that went past Jamaica. All right. Well, one time I'm a senior citizen, and there are places that will take senior citizens on trips, or like that will show you the tours for people who are the grounded into their ways or stuck in their rut, if you want to call it that. And so I went to one of these places. I was interested to see to go to this place. I forgot where it is that they told us they were going, but to a farm. They said we were going to a farm. Okay, so we were going on so we went on this train, and it wasn't just like the cross town, a few blocks from 125th Street to Broadway to Hollow. And we're on this train, like one of those big serious, Federal Expressway kind of train, like Grand Central Station trains. So we're on one of those trains, and I'd never been on one of these trains before. This was just a couple years ago, and it looked like this was not like an ordinary train. Usually or at least not the trains that I'm familiar with. Usually that when you go on the train in Manhattan, typical train, they've got that like cadmium sulfide ceramic outline looking stuff. Everything's kind of red, and the floor's got linoleum, dark
gritty, or maybe it's just dirty. I don't know, linoleum, and there's a lot of metal. But on this train, there was blue cloth on the seats, and the seat arrangement was different. It was like more like a bus, but the cloth, and there was a rug, and there's a place for your baggage. That's what I imagine a plane would look like. I've seen movies like Final Destination had the inside of a plane. It looked like that, but there wasn't so many aisles. And so we were on this trip that took like hours to get there, and we passed Jamaica, and that's probably why I called it the Jamaica train, because it went past Jamaica. It went past a place, not Jamaica in the Caribbean, but a place that the announcer, the auditory PA system conductor announcer called the Jamaica. So we passed Jamaica, and eventually we arrive in this place, and we get off the train, and you get out, and you instantly see all the buildings are tiny. You could look up and see the sky. Holy moly. and it was like a small concrete Anatolia. That's what I said. I didn't say ancient Mesopotamia. It was ancient Turkey. I don't think. Anyway, but all right, maybe not even that long ago. It was probably more like ancient Jerusalem. All right, so there. Anyway, so we're in this place, and all the buildings are small. We go uphill, which is conducive to the imagery of the kind of short buildings around the edges of the exterior perimeter of the... Never mind. And we go inside this tiny store, and there's birds. There's ducks in a box near the entrance, and we're waiting there for somebody, and I've fondled some ducks, and it reminds me of this... 20 years ago, I went on a trip to an apple farm. I guess... it's similar, and this was on a school bus though. And there were I think it was a gift shop, and there were ducks in this like gambling pit bullpen kind of thing. At that time, there was a lot more in my life, at least. There was a lot more of those like tables with the borders or the rails on them to contain large, at least sand or water, so you could play with sand. There was a lot more of that going on. You have this like gambling pit bullpen kind of, I don't know if it was a bullpen, but all right, a table with edge, an escalated, call it that, an escalated edge to contain said ducks, and that was the last time I had seen ducks, at least like that, in front of me, and so I fondled did I say that already? Yes. Okay, well, I'll say it again. You can never say the word fondled too much. And then that's when she came in. Or at some point after the duck fondling. Then she came in. Energy Potentialis Wendy. That's what I call her. What a character she is. And so she comes in, and then I want to say pursue. We follow her to puppet line. We follow her, or we get into cars, and then we go to this house. And at some point, the buildings disappear. We are now in the sticks. This is the Germanic woods now. Lurid, tumultuous, obscene, morbid blood sacrifices could occur at any time. There's a tree line in the distance. That's how you know you're in the sticks. Once that happens, you have approached the sticks. And there are no buildings except for one house on a hill, and the gates open, and it looked like a slave plantation. That's what it looked like to me. And at that moment, for a minute, I thought that I had been sold into slavery, and I was freaking out. But I kept calm. That's what's important. And I kind of just try to sneak back to the end of the line. But eventually, I was able to hear that this was a bee farm. It's a bee farm. We had a picnic at a table in front of the house, and we got samples of like honey that came from a hive, and they were like pontificating. Maybe pontificating is the word. Advocating. They were purporting that their honey was so much better than typical honey, in some way that is fresher. And I tried some of it. Now, maybe my sensitivity to sugar is different than everybody else's, but I didn't really think it was that much better. It was definitely different. I'll give you that. I'd say it was lighter, and they had like little, almost, I'd say tiny granules of like, coagulated. Maybe that's not the right word. Solidified. Calcified. I'll go with solidified. Solidified, altered to a state that is more difficult, slightly more difficult, but yet still culinarily palatable in its state of electrochemical bonds. Sort of crunchiness to it. It's crunchy. And so then when we went inside, and it was like this museum hall of armors. And then they had a PowerPoint presentation about plants and bees, and I'm in this PowerPoint presentational software presenting Hall of Armor / museum / bee farm / definitely slave plantation. All right, former slave plantation. That was a slave plantation. No way. That place was definitely a slave plantation. Either at the time I was there or at some point in the past. If you think I'm gonna believe that was there was not a slave plantation, you must be smoking crack. That was okay. And in the midst of all this, I made a crack about the NADPH complex carbohydrates, because they were talking about potential energy and plant starch and stuff like that. And I guess they liked that, because that became a reoccurring joke. At least between myself and the guy who was doing the PowerPoint presentation, and Wendy, which is, I think, was ancillary, or at least amalgamated, culminated, actuated. I like culminated. I'm going with that one. Culminated in the moniker, or rather the name, that resulted in me calling her Energy Potential Wendy. And so then after that. We left the digital graphical presentational software presenting /bee farm /hall of armor /museum /definitely slave plantation, and we went back on the cars, and then we went in the cars, not on the cars, and then we left the cars and embarked and boarded the train, and this returned back to Manhattan. Eventually, I go to sleep, and then I wake up and make my way over to that place, to the edifice, the place of operation of the people who are orchestrating the senior citizen field trips, essentially. And I turn, and there she is. There's Energy Potentialis Wendy just standing there behind me, like we had to embark on an odyssey to get to this place, this magical place, and then she's like come to our world like it was nothing. I said, the first thing I said is, how did you get here? And she says, I drove. So what she's telling me is that we had to go on this odyssey-like adventure, and it was an odyssey. It was something, in case for those who do not know, an odyssey is defined as something you cannot do twice without going to sleep. So it was an odyssey, at least for me, on my scale of doing things. It was an odyssey, and she just is acting like and it's not like she just, okay, so she's a person who probably, okay, then put it this way, it is in all likelihood that she either lives in the graphical digital PowerPoint presentational software presenting Hall of Armor /museum /bee farm /definitely slave plantation, or around it. Which means that after we left, she probably had to go do some other stuff. She had to go live somebody's life, likely her own. Then she had to go to sleep for 8 hours, then wake up again, live some more life, then get in a train, and then, she said she drove. So, I guess she could have got in a car, then got out, and then boarded a train, then exited at another stop, and then got into somebody else's car, but had someone pick her up. Look, let's say, for all intents and purposes, that she drove over here the whole time. It took us hours to reach where she was from where we were. But in order for that trip not to be so cumbersome or obtrusive or disruptive to where in the course of the events of her life she was not inhibited from driving over just to do something as brief or menial as greet us. Because I'm not making that trip just to say a few words and then take off into the great blue yonder. If I make that trip, you better make it worth my while. We are playing Settlers of Catan. If you like, I don't care if you have it. I don't care if you can afford it. I don't care where the nearest game store is. Find it, get it, steal it. I will pay for it. I will. If I go that far, we are playing Settlers of Catan. I don't care if you can afford it. I don't care where the nearest game store is. You're gonna find it, steal it. I will give it back. We'll repair the window. That was weird. What was that? What was that? I don't know what the Did you hear that? Hear what? But the lights. You said you heard something. Yeah, but so you didn't hear it. What specifically are you... Anyway, what was I talking about? Settlers of Catan? Breaking and entering? Oh, right. So, yeah, I would give it... We'll give it back. I'll repair the window myself. But we're gonna get Settlers of Catan. We're gonna play it. And you will teach me how to play it. Because, I don't know. I mean, I hear good things about it. It's interesting symbolism. And she takes off again into the wild green yonder in her Jeep Grand Jam... What do you call that? Jeep Grand Cherokee? I don't know. It was some kind of like... I forgot. I actually don't remember. Anyway, she takes off again into the wild green yonder, and I never saw her again. Energy Potentiones Wendy. A laudable facet of an otherwise unforgettable experience of a lifetime. A serendipitous experience of a lifetime. I wouldn't necessarily advise taking a trip to what looks like a slave plantation, but I did, and I don't regret it. So... that's what I have to say about that. Any other questions?